and you're not looking at it like what is logical and what is illogical, right? Then you go about your attempt at weight loss, right? So you pick whatever catches your eye. You don't necessarily think of it in these aspects. You don't analyze it in that way. You come across something that, maybe you don't think, oh, it's illogical, but you're like, I don't get it. Like, this step is so hard, or like, this part doesn't really make sense, or you do something and for some reason it's just not yielding you the result, right? So then you end up stalling. And then from that stall, maybe it's, it throws you off for a day, or you end up overeating one night, or something like that. You end up feeling like a failure, and then that feeling essentially drives you to just give up on yourself. And so you just quit that diet altogether. Maybe it's been 2 weeks, maybe it's been 6 weeks. Like, it doesn't matter. It's just that feeling that then provokes you to give up. So then from there, you go out searching for a new way, and then you're not really sure why you're doing this, and it just leads to this cycle that keeps going over and over and over again, where people feel insane, and that's when you come across those people who, you ask them how long they've been trying to lose 10 pounds, they're like, I've been trying to lose the same 10 pounds for 2 years, right? So that's what a lot of people call yo-yo dieting, and so I'm just kind of trying to break that down so you see exactly, like, where does that stem from? So a big point that I want to get across is if you don't have the body you want, then the evidence is right there. Your nutrition plan or your weight loss plan, the whole thing in its entirety is just not good enough. There's something about it that's illogical. And that's why I really want to explain what illogical means, because it doesn't necessarily mean that it doesn't make complete sense. It could be that where there's omitted data, or things are out of sequence, right? But plain and simple, your results aren't going to lie. Like, if you're not where you want to be, then there's definitely something that's missing, or there's been false information that you've been fed. So if you can't confidently say that you have the body you want right now, then this program is exactly where you need to be. A lot of the times, people don't even know that they're giving you the wrong information, or like missing information, because I want to kind of explain it like this. There's a few different scenarios, okay? So we've got one, Fraudulent Frank. Fraudulent Frank is that super swole dude that you see at the gym, and you know him because he goes around selling this fat burner that he tells everyone is how he, looks the way he looks. And he's been taking it for years, and that's how he got his results, right? Well, Fraudulent Frank knows that fat burner didn't get him those results, but he goes around telling everybody it did because he wants to make money off of them, right? So that's one person who sells these kind of things, right? The second kind of person is Good Intention Jean. So Jean is just blind by ignorance, right? She did something once, a program mixed with, X, Y, and Z, and it worked for her. She got great results, right? So she sells that exact workout program and that exact diet with that exact amount of calories and macronutrients to every single person that wants to lose weight, right? And she doesn't even know that what she's doing is wrong, because, the more you know, the more you know you don't know. But she doesn't know enough to know she doesn't know. You know what I'm saying? I know that's kind of confusing, but she's basically, at a point where she thinks that she's reached the top tier and is an expert, right? So she's selling that, but that's not going to get other people the results that they want. And then there's Applicable Abby. And Abby has all the good intentions in the world. She, went to school. She got certified. She is a trainer. She's, done all this great stuff herself. But the problem with Abby is she doesn't know how to portray a program in the proper sequence for people. So a beginner, or, one of you guys might come to her and say, like, I'm just trying to drop like 30 pounds. And she might say, okay, cool. Like, I'm going to have you lifting 2 hours a day for 7 days a week. And, you're going to start counting all your macronutrients, and I'm going to make sure you're getting enough fiber, and you have to get X amount of fiber per meal, and this and that. And you need this amount of potassium. And it's just like, hold up, Abby. That is just like way too much information. And it's not in the right order, right? So she doesn't know how to gradually get someone from 0 to 100. And so those are just like a couple examples of the kind of programs that you come across, and like how they're portrayed by, different people or companies. And so understand going forward how to spot those so that you don't have to go through that again.